Good morning. So, so there was this homeless guy that got a bit famous, but he shoved his homelessness too much, and all his poetry was very, very, very repetitive, using the same words, same phrases, and I just said, "You're not very good, mate." He didn't like that, so I sent him some poems. This was a few years ago, and so now he's on Facebook begging again for the BBC to give him a show or something. And I criticised him, saying the same thing again. He wasn't very good, and someone stuck up for him, and I said, "Look, I'm a poet. He's not good." And this guy said, "Send me one of your poems and I'll criticise it for you." And before I could do that, he took his post down. The fucking homeless bitch. He's not homeless now. Poets are usually self-there. We should support fellow poets. But O'Brien didn't. He would ask for a subject for the poetry, and then he would do a poem, but he would just continuously use the same phrases. Which would irritate me. I think I've got a sty or something on my eye. Well, it's coming up for the death weekend. Obon. I thought my mother died 50 years ago on the 6th of August. Turns out it was the 11th. Or 12th. My auntie posted. So it should have been 36, so my auntie posted something. And my other auntie says she was our second mum, so I guess she helped bring the kids up while Grandma worked. I like this Gusto because it's very clean. And I'm guessing that because they have a cleaner, and maybe the other Gustos that aren't so clean don't have a cleaner. So I guess if she comes in a couple of hours a morning, she gets what? So England with Britain, 28,000 cases. If like over 80% of the population have been jabbed, but so why is it still bloody high? I think here you can get a certificate or a test to say that you're clear of COVID, and it's I think 2,000 or 3,000 yen, and that may be cheaper with if you use your health insurance. But in Britain, they just rip people off. It's just so expensive. Because people need it either for business or to go on holiday, and then when the people are on holiday, they say they change the status of the country, and so if you're going for a 2 weeks holiday or a week's holiday, and then you come back to it's changed, so now you've got to spend fucking 10 days in quarantine, and 10 days in quarantine is in a shitty hotel with shitty food with very expensive prices. And the government say it's not making money. I think that's what, if I had my time again, I would definitely support the Tory party by a fucking cash injection. And I don't think it has to be too much. Like £1,000, £5,000, £10,000, and then get a fucking multi-million-pound contract in return. It's ridiculous. It's the same thing in America, I believe. They don't have to pay so much money to fucking grease the palms of politicians, all because the politician wants to stay in power. They should do what they did in China, give them a fucking bullet in the back of the head and chew up their arse. If I went straight into a fucking hotel, a nice air-conditioned hotel with an over-the-head shower and a large room with 2 beds in it, and a bottle of champagne, maybe a half a bottle. I think that would be the coolest way, for a party, is to give everybody a half bottle of champagne in their own little ice bucket, so they don't have to go around having people pour them drinks. There was a famous writer who did this. He created a television series, and that would be his start to every day. He had 3 beautiful daughters, and he lived until his mid-80s, and he would start the day with half a bottle of champagne. My hero, my only upper-class hero, apart from the Queen, of course. Prince Andrew, Falklands War hero, shagger of young girls. I must admit though that this girl, now woman, who wants to complain about Prince, she looked very happy when she was with him, and no doubt she was bragging off to her mates at that time that she shagged the fucking Prince of wherever it was. Wasn't Prince of Wales. Prince of fucking Pizza Hut. So that's it. Prince. He went to the Pizza Hut in Woking. Yeah, I believe that. And he asked for lots of toppings and 2 girls on the side. Thank you. No Macs for me this morning after yesterday's debacle. I think really, this, because I don't think they're really underpaid. Not like America. I think it's $9 or $10 here, maybe $9, $10 at night time. I've been that last time I went into a Max was probably it might have been in LA, it might have been in Hawaii, but the staff just they were so slovenly, so attitude was. I don't think I'd eat a Max in America, and if I ever get the chance to go to America, I want to eat at an In-N-Out burger. I don't know. Yes, someone was asking that the other day. I used to work very hard, but not so much now. Well, luckily, because I can do a few hours work and get a decent amount of money. So in the last 3 days, I earned nearly $600, but that was by luck because one of the companies I go to, they had a big clean out, lots of steel, lots of wire. But it might have even been more than that. No, it's 20. So I got one day 28,000, the next day 18,000, and then yesterday about 12,000. I don't know about today yet. But I'm getting tired or reluctant or whatever. Plus I have other things on my mind. Can you remind me what your job is, Yasser, and are you working full time? I've seen now a lot of people in London they're gonna work at home, especially for Google and places like that, BBC. But which is like an extra amount of money to compensate for the expense of London. But if they're not going into London, then they don't need that money, and of course, because if you work outside London, you don't get that money. Ollie Butler, hello. But if you if you were the boss, wouldn't you like to see the camera into the person's house or office? Because I guess really, if you're going to work from home, you've got to turn a room into an office if you're going to do it properly. But in Japan, what you can do, if you buy rent, if you run your business from home, you can claim 50% of your rent as expenses. Hang on, just going to get a coffee. Hey. Oh, anyone still there? Oh, I ate and drank too much yesterday. But I didn't eat in the evening. Anybody want to send me 7 numbers and I'll put it on for the lotto tomorrow. Fucking cunt. Happy Kuji. So they brought them. Now you're going to be separate numbers from 1 to 47. For example, like 12, 18, 22, and so on. Seven numbers. From 1 to, is it 42, 43? 1 to 43, I think. Okay, I'll put those on, Aurelia. And if they come up, I will send you some money or a flight. No point in sending you a flight per airline ticket because no one can get into Japan. Where are you watching from, Aurelia? Kentucky, okay. Did you ever go to the Did you ever go to the Kentucky Derby? Or just a Derby? The Bluegrass State. Is that right? The Bluegrass State? You have bluegrass? Oh, cool. They don't like to give you any money. They don't like to pay you any money then. It's amazing all these. From a distance, it looks like my neighbor's wife. I think that she's drunk tonight. From a distance, she looks a bit of alright, and I've only had 10 pints tonight. It's a was it? It's called from a distance, and it was a war song. It's called God is, maybe the title maybe God is watching us, but that is my parody of that. Sorry, God. I don't. It might be Bette Midler. So it's a song about a guy, me, being drunk in a bar and then looking over the bar, then seeing her, and then seeing a woman the other side of the bar with a friend, and I'm saying she looks a bit of all right, but I've been drinking. So then the woman at the other side of the bar, she starts to sing to her friend, "The dog is watching us." I need more musical friends. Yeah, I wonder how old it is. Well, it would have been the Iraq. Well, I guess it's 30 years old. Probably the Iraq War when it was popular. How old are you, Aurelia? I guess your name like that. You're a female, yeah. When we grew up as kids, after my mother died, which was 50 years ago today, we grew up with the Williamsons. They had 6 kids. Very rough upbringing. So are you back at work or with the pandemic, Aurelia? You gotta be careful. Make sure you mask. I don't. The lucky thing is I don't wear a mask so much because in this area where I am, it's very, very safe. Oh, good. Well done. You've already got it sorted out. Yeah, I was just noticing today. They talk in September. The new college year starts in England, and they still the teachers want to teach from home on Zoom, and these people are like in America. They're paying a lot of money, and I said, don't pay the money. Take a gap year. Take a year out. Why pay £9,000 a year? That's $15,000 for all this just to sit in your fucking room, because part about learning is you learn with other people, not only from your teacher. You get camaraderie, so you're paying a lot of money for that, for a bad experience. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I bet my daughter goes to school once or twice a week, and then it's by computer. But I guess 2 years ago was a good time to buy shares in Zoom. So in Japan, Aurelia, when you go to university, it's 4 years. It's 4 years university, yeah? But usually the students, they get their job 1 year before they graduate. My daughter's job is already finalised. Well, I was travelling around the world, and I was in New Zealand. My roommate was Japanese, and then I thought, well, if I can speak Japanese, then I can get a good job. And the truth is, if I went back to London, I went for the salesman's job, and I was the only person that went for the interview, so I got the job. Those are the odds that I like when I'm the only one that goes for the interview. The bad thing is, if you're the only one who goes for the interview and you don't get the job, you look bad. So if you go for a job, make sure there's there's more than one, because at least you beat someone and you can say, I was the best candidate, I wasn't the only candidate. So have you any idea what job you're going to do, Aurelia? Something like okay. I've got a Facebook friend in America, and he runs some stables. He does, the horse racing when they have like a little buggy at the back. Someone sits behind the horse with a little cart. He does that kind of racing and training. Yeah, with this pandemic, it's made everyone feel different about life, what's going on, what's going to happen, and then, then on the top of that, I don't know what did I put. Sometimes I forget what I put. Can you remind me of what I put for this stream title? Sometimes I just put a stream. I have no plans, and the first thing that comes into my head, I put for the stream title. So now I have forgot completely what I put. So I don't love myself. It's just a rumor. Yeah, sometimes I do put some strange titles, but like I said, they are last-minute things. Oh, I didn't even see licorice and poo-poo. I didn't even see that comment. Sorry, poo-poo, I wasn't ignoring you. Hello, Jan. The Jan from Belgium. You haven't been on for a while. Can someone tell me what my stream title is? Because I forgot. So 2 a.m. Okay. Yeah, I remember the days when I used to stay up until 2 a.m. playing Tetris. I started watching a new series on Netflix last night called For Life, about an American guy that was jailed and he became a lawyer and defended himself. But it just shows the corrupt lawyers and district attorneys in America. Oscar sama. That means you must be tired. So it's what you say to someone after. Oh, you know, Jan, don't you? Can someone tell me what my stream title is, please? I forgot. If you can see the stream title, that is. Okay, can you we'll just break it up. Oh, yeah. Poetry bitch. Oh, yeah, I explained it in the beginning of the. So what it was this homeless guy in England a few years ago, and he got famous, but his poetry wasn't really that good, and I told him so. But before a few years ago, I sent him some of my poetry, and he didn't respond. And usually poets are supportive of each other, and I thought he was very selfish for a poet. It was all about this guy. Sorry about that. The Wi-Fi cut out. So someone on his thread defended him, and as I explained, I sent him poetry. He just wasn't very interested in other people's poetry. And then this guy asked me to send him one of my poems, which I was about to, and then he took the thread down, or he cancelled my posts or my replies. So that's why I said poetry bitch. Yes, well, to be fair, I did like telling him it was no good. So so I can't really complain. And I can't. His name is. I tried to find him out. We're Facebook friends, and his name is Brian. Well, the name was Pink. Well, they could be a Pink fan. They could be a fan of Pink, and I like Pink. Yeah. But like I'm a fan of a lot of girl singers. In fact, more girl singers than. I think. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. But but I think if you name yourself Pink after a colour and you like the colour pink, then you're probably effeminate. Yeah. There's not really many men that like pink. But I have had a pink shirt and a pink jacket pastel because they look nice. I am in a restaurant, yes, it's a family restaurant. Do you want to look round? This chain is called Gusto. Oh, I see. The colour of their username is pink. Oh, Wakato. Okay, I've got you. Yeah, well, they sell both foods really. They sell Western food and Japanese food. For example, they say now their breakfasts are usually Western style, but if they have a wafu, which is Japanese style, and that usually has fish and rice. But the Western style has like toast, eggs, bacon. And if you have a premium volume morning set, it's about $7.50. Well, $7 now. The dollar's getting strong again. And for I'll show you. Look, there you go. Can you see that? Volume set, burger, sausage, egg. The salad here is crap. The burger is a decent size, but the bacon and the sausage are very small. And so what? And he wasn't. But so he wasn't very happy then. The bloke. When we were kids, taking a bunch of Fridays off. Well, I used to have when I worked for Telecom. I used to get every second Friday off throughout the summer. Okay, Aurelia, jam, see you for now. I'll go and get some tropical iced tea. Hey. Anyone else there? So I can still see 4 people. Hey. Well, decent weather today. It's not very hot. I hope it stays that way. Anyone who's watching want to talk? If not, write down Aurelia's numbers that she gave me. Vorrechteren en pitsukaan kastikelen kudasa. Thank you. In Japan a few years ago, I think they invented a new pen because what would happen, human being in offices, they're not treated, they get paid crap. And then these guys that come along from university, they'd have to train them. And then they would borrow their pens. And then what would happen is the guys would borrow the girl's pen and then they start chewing on the pen. And so I think they invented a pen that couldn't pass germs or something like that. Excuse me. Well, there's. Oh, maybe I should check the. Oh, very early for the security guards. Look at that. Right guys, no one's talking. They'll give you 10 seconds if you're going to say anything. If not, I'm going to go and watch Instagram. Shut up, you little twats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10.